Guess the NFL player by the season stat line. As a group, you have 3 total guesses. I'm going to show you an NFL player stat line from a season. You have to guess who that player is. Bonus points, I guess, if you can guess the year. But let's get right into it. Any questions?
Sir.
All right. Player number 1. This player had 5,804. That is
I know
right.
it. I know it.
This player had 5,084 passing yards, 48 touchdowns, 17 interceptions with a 64% completion. All-Pro, MVP, and Offensive Player of the Year winner. Who is this player?
I don't know it. I changed my mind.
You don't know it no more.
I didn't know it.
Dog, I'm not gonna be able to do anything.
I think I do know it. I
don't memorize people's stat lines, especially not season by season.
This isn't my guess, but at the first I was like, oh, this is Drew Brees, and then I just totally forgot he never won an MVP. The 17 interceptions I feel like is like the main clue here.
I'm not gonna lie, the 17 interceptions, I thought it was Stafford, but he never won an MVP.
Is this like our only clue? Is just
this is all you get.
Well, like logically, it's got to be like a 2010s guy, like just based on the stat, like the passing yards, the amount of interceptions that
it
is.
Feels like a lot of interceptions for like a recent or semi-recent.
I'm gonna rip a guess. Is this Dan Marino?
It is 1984 Dan Marino.
Only reason I guess that is because if it wasn't him, then it's definitely a guy in the 2010s.
I can't wait for TikTok and show Dan Marino. And who is this?
It's the vintage,
bro, who that is,
the
bro.
vintage picture, and he just blurs out.
Yeah, man.
Just the face.
Jeez, I wonder who this is. Oh, it's Tua.
On TikTok.
Hey, it works for comments. Like it's comment baiting.
It does. It makes us look like dumbasses, but
yeah, but it's
we are dumbasses. We are
so
dumbasses.
That's
I don't want to look like a dumbass. Fuck that.
I hate to break it to you, Donnie.
Fuck you.
Player number 2. 2008 rushing yards, 21 touchdowns, 5.1 yards per carry, an All-Pro, MVP, and Offensive Player of the Year.
Marshall?
No, I don't know.
William Cannon. That's not a serious guess.
I'm gonna accept that as a guess. It is not William Cannon.
All right. You gotta throw up the card now.
Not yet.
Right, there's like 6 people to ever run for 2,000 yards.
It's Terrell Davis.
It is 1998 Terrell Davis.
I was gonna get Sean Alexander, but the 2008 rushing yards.
Sean Alexander would have been a good guess, but he had like 27 touchdowns.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, that's kind of what.
All right, player number 3. 5,316 passing yards, 43 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, 68% completion, All-Pro, 2nd in MVP, 3rd in Offensive Player of the Year.
Wild, this guy didn't. Wow.
This feels like these aren't guesses. This feels like a Burrow or an Allen to me. Just the 2nd in. No, because I don't think those guys have had that many fucking passing yards.
I don't know.
Who is it? Throw out a guess, Colin. Come on now.
Colin, I think this is a guy you guess all the time.
You think it's a guy I guess all the time?
Yes. Quarterback. Let's be specific.
Well, I hope it's
I know for a fact this is not Drew Brees.
How do you know this for a fact, Colin?
I know for a fact.
Wow.
Not Drew Brees.
Okay.
Hell of a call.
I think it is Drew Brees.
What
It's
makes
not
you
Drew
think
Brees.
it's not Drew Brees?
Yeah.
The 12 interceptions, probably.
Yeah, it's the 12 interceptions.
All right, so make a
The high
guess.
completion percentage, the 5,000 yards, the 2nd in MVP voting with these numbers feels like a Drew Brees kind of thing to happen.
Okay, so who is it?
It does. It's a great question. I don't know.
Make a guess, Colin. You know
Not
all
Drew
good
Brees.
points. You just.
I was ripping it if he doesn't.
All right, it is not Drew Brees. 2 guesses
Bro
left.
said it's definitely not Drew Brees, but I'm going Drew Brees.
I mean,
Just-
5,000 passing yards, it's a safe bet, honestly.
Just the 5. Yeah, I was thinking that. Plus 50.
And they're all slant routes to Michael Thomas.
Just the 5,300 passing yards with a second in MVP voting feels like the most Drew Brees thing of all time.
Is it Tom Brady?
It is Tom Brady in 2021.
Oh,
That was the year
oh
he
yeah,
finished.
that's the year he definitely should have. Rodgers won it, and Rodgers
Yeah,
did not.
I was just thinking that. I was like,
Yup.
there's no way Rodgers. I think this was when Rodgers had like 38 touchdowns, but only like 4 picks.
I don't
Yup.
care though. I think that's bullshit. He threw for
I
like
think
only
that-
4,300 yards. He threw
think
for 4,300. That's insane.
I think that's cool if like the stats are close. Like, say Brady had like 3 more touchdowns, but Rodgers had less interceptions. I'm like, okay, I'll give it to him then. But yeah, Brady obviously deserved it.
All right. Player number 4. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Fuck. I thought I fixed it. It's Travis Kelce, guys. It's Travis
I know
Kelce.
it. I got it.
Roll the
I'm
clip
stealing
of
the
we are
fucker.
dumbasses.
Exactly. But this was Travis Kelce's it was the most receiving yards for a tight end in a season with 14-16. So
Nelson's right shit. Oh, damn it.
fuck.
Is this? I'm trying to think what year. Is this
I was
20?
gonna say we could try.
There we go. 2020. Fuck it. I don't even care. It got ruined anyway. Fuck it. It's 2020. I fucking did the fade on the name and not the fucking picture. Jesus Christ. All right. Player number 5.
Show it.
5,476 passing yards, 46 touchdowns, 14 interceptions, 71% completion, all-pro, second in MVP, offensive player of the year winner.
This is
My
Drew
goat,
Brees.
Drew Brees.
This is Drew
Has
Brees.
to be Drew Brees.
This is Drew Brees.
It's not.
It is 2011 Drew Brees.
That's my goat.
That's my go.
5,500 passing yards in second MVP voting. This is
Insane.
This is also the year that like
Who did he lose to that year?
Aaron Rodgers, probably.
Oh yeah,
this is
duh.
this year
No,
they beat the Lions.
2011. That's Cam. No, that's Cam's rookie year. Duh.
This is the year they beat the Lions in the playoffs. So they won in the wild card.
It
I
was
think-
Aaron Rodgers. Yep.
Yeah,
I hate Aaron Rodgers. He fucking sucks dick.
So
Like,
to be
honestly.
fair, Aaron Rodgers.
because that was their Super Bowl season, right? For the Packers.
Yes.
2010 was their
2010.
2010 was the Super Bowl.
So to be fair, Aaron Rodgers, 4,643 yards, 45 touchdowns, 6 interceptions.
Also,
So it's
also-
800 yards less, 1 touchdown less, but yeah, he got
Hold on.
7
Hold
interceptions
on.
left. He deserves it.
I don't know. I know obviously the Saints were a playoff card team. This year I believe the Packers won 15 games. I think they went 15-1 this year.
I don't care.
So I think that's a major part him winning MVP. Because this year,
I hate
I believe
Rodgers
this-
Rodgers is
I believe
overrated.
this is the year they went 15-1 and then they lost to the Giants. in the wild
Rodgers
card.
isn't even a top 10
The Giants
QB.
were a wild card team and then they won.
Maybe right now.
Oh, that's right,
Top
'cause
10.
it's the
He
other
is.
Giants here.
He's not a top 15 QB of all time. Change
Shut
my
up.
fucking mind.
Shut
Change
up,
my
Marshall.
fucking
Yes,
mind.
he is.
I mean-
Change my fucking mind.
That's an episode right there.
Overrated. One
That's a-
one Super Bowl, one deserved MVP.
I think you should make a whole
Trash.
TikTok about
See,
your argument.
I
about
agree with
him.
Marshall
Do it,
that he's
Marshall.
super overrated, but he's still like top 10-ish. He's not
He's
like,
like he
Fucking
maybe
he's a 20.
maybe
He's
maybe cracks the top
1,000%.
25.
He's 1,000% top 10.
Give me Stafford over Rodgers all time.
That's just crazy.
Yeah, Stafford and his 0 MVPs. Yep.
I'd rather have Stafford.
Anyways, let's get back into player number 6. 1,921 rushing yards, 16 touchdowns, 5.9 yards per carry, an all-pro, and 4th in offensive player of the year voting.
this has to be like pre
Is that Derrick Henry?
It is Derrick Henry last
Really?
year.
What?
I remember because everyone overlooked like that he got almost 2,000 rushing yards because Saquon did it.
I'm gonna say because
And I-
Saquon broke
yeah.
2,000.
Yeah, and I was like, damn, he actually was like really freaking good last year.
I was
Yeah.
thinking
Realizes it.
I was
Any
thinking-
other year, he's top running back.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was old because like who gets 1,900 rushing yards and 16 touchdowns and gets 4th in offensive player of the year? Like that's crazy.
No, I remember this
That's winning
specifically.
that shit.
5.9 a carry is insanity.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry's a machine, bro.
That's what happens when you have to worry about tackling him and Lamar Jackson at the same time.
All right.
He's what you wish Najee was.
Okay,
He basically
let's-
is not.
Shut up.
They're the
Najee
same.
couldn't- Najee couldn't hold up his. Never mind.
Derrick Henry's just put in a better position.
player number 7. 4,671 passing yards, 35 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, 64% completion, all pro, second in MVP voting, and fourth in offensive player of the year. This one might be a little. It is not Jared Goff. That's one of your guesses gone. This one might be tricky.
The yards and the touchdowns make me think it's more modern, but the 64 completion percentage is kind of low for anything like post 2020. It feels like a Mahomes year. I'm not gonna lie.
I was kind of thinking that, but
Can we
11 feels
get,
like
like,
too
can
many
we-
interceptions.
can we get, like, a
for
hint?
Mahomes.
2010s.
Well, that was a great hint.
That's how hard I think this one is for you guys. I don't think you guys will get it.
It feels like
Can we only have 3 guesses, or can we just have unlimited for this one?
We're not trying to be here all night, so we're gonna limit it
it's
to
gonna be
3.
that hard. There's no shot.
I don't think you guys will get this one. I'm gonna be honest.
Second MVP voting a 2010s quarterback.
I don't think you'll get it.
It feels like a Phillip Rivers year. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
I like it.
You say Phillip Rivers. I was gonna go Big Ben.
I
I don't know why. I'm just getting
A
Big
lot of
Ben
yards.
vibes from the stat line.
See, but the thing is, in 2010s,
Who was like really sneaky good 20? Because he says it's hard, so we can't go with the obvious ones. Pause. We got to go with people. So like Big Ben, Big Ben's okay. Phillip Rivers.
I got it, this is crazy because it's not it. Well, the amount of yards and like the okay number of touchdowns makes me feel like it's like Chiefs era Andy Reid or not Andy Reid, Alex Smith.
Alex Smith's a good one.
But the completion percentage is way too low.
Cam Newton, not terrible. And
No, because he won the MVP, and every other year he wasn't even close.
yeah.
Man.
What about Matt Ryan?
Matt Ryan's not.
Is that a
terrible.
guess?
That
No.
Super Bowl year, Matt Ryan?
No, he won the MVP that year. That is not.
Oh, he did win the MVP that year?
Yes.
My bad.
He was just like Cam Newton. He won it, and then he was every other year he was nowhere close.
I won't count it as a guess. I
all
won't
right,
do
all
it.
right, all right, all right.
What about?
God, 2010s. Second MVP voting. This cannot be that hard. There was five like all-time great quarterbacks in the 2010s.
What about? I'm trying to think of just like. Is it? It couldn't be Stafford, right?
Is that a guess?
No, he never had
I'm conversating.
Oh,
He-
okay. I gotta check. You know.
the highest he ever finished in MVP voting was his first year on the Rams, and I think he was like 5th place. Like he never got close to MVP.
How do y'all
Yeah,
feel
sure.
about Russell Wilson?
Oh, that's actually not a bad one.
Maybe, but I think that's way too many yards because they had Marshawn Lynch all those years.
True. The
So
years
if
that he was
anything-
really good.
If anything, the
True.
touchdowns and shit would be up, the yard would be down.
That's true.
What about Andy Dalton?
No,
Andy
never
Dalton second in MVP voting?
What
no.
about? All right, we got to think of teams that made it to the Super Bowl, kind of
In the
like
20,
in. What about like Carson Palmer
that
or?
it's got to be Carson Palmer.
Why does it have to be? I just threw it out there because he was
His
in the
year with the
Super Bowl, kind of in their
This
range.
year with the Cardinals, because that makes sense for the completion percentage. Because like that was like 20. What would that be? That's like 2014-ish. So like completion percentage hadn't jumped yet. That's
I
a
thought
lot.
he was a lot earlier than 2014. Or am I
That's a
thinking
lot of
something
fucking yards, and like he had that one crazy year on the cards where like I think he did get a lot of MVP votes.
different? Eli Manning could be up there too.
Yeah, but that's too many yards.
Yeah, that's a lot of yards for old ass.
He wasn't that great in the 2010s. He only had like one, maybe two.
Eli almost had a 5,000 yard passing season.
He's trash.
He was like 60 yards away.
I really feel like it's Carson Palmer. Now that you brought him up,
We can guess it. Carson Palmer.
Carson Palmer in
What a pull,
2015.
dude.
that was damn good. As soon as you said Carson Palmer, and I was like, that's a lot of yards, not a ton of touchdowns. good MVPs. I was like,
I was just trying to think of people that went to the Super Bowl somewhat in that, and he was the one person I could think of that was like they had good runs, but I wasn't confident in it at all.
Runner up to Cam Newton.
I say this was the year he
Oh.
remember they went and beat the Packers in that game, and fucking Fitz almost walked it off like the first play of overtime.
Mm-hmm.
That was an awesome year.
All right. The last player number 8, 1,211 receiving yards, 17
MVP.
touchdowns, 16 yards per reception, 7 interceptions, an All-Pro, and an MVP.
Wait, what? It's got to be like Night Train Lane or something like.
No, he never played wide receiver. I was thinking it can't be Dion. He never played that much offense.
It could be Dion.
Alan, this is the one.
This is a Colin poll right here.
Alan, this is the one time I'm gonna ask you, and I'm gonna have to like trust your judgment because you bring him up so much.
Hell no.
I
got nothing.
Did Billy Cannon ever win an NFL MVP? Because this might be
Well,
no.
shit.
He
Billy
also
Cannon
did
was a
not
running
play
back.
defense.
He was a running back.
He was a running back.
Oh, I thought he was a wide receiver.
No.
Okay.
Bro doesn't even know his own guy.
He was a running back for the Oilers, bro. Like the early days Oilers.
I don't know. I don't think he ever did it. Because Charles Woodson, obviously, like, I don't know. He never played. Didn't he play offense in Michigan? But, like, he never did in the NFL. 7 interceptions.
Sounds like a John Kitna stat, you know.
John Kitna.
This got to be an old ass motherfucker. It makes me want to guess like a Don Hudson or something, but like I don't even know if they had the MVP back then. That really does feel like a Don Hudson type bullshit because there's no Pro Bowl. The Pro Bowl didn't exist back then.
I'm going to give it to Donnie. 1942 Don Hudson.
What
So
a
it-
guy.
I was giving it like 5 more seconds, and if they didn't say anything, I was guessing it.
I'm going to
makes
give it to
sense.
Donnie because it technically wasn't the MVP trophy yet. It was the Joe F. Carr trophy, but it was. I don't know who the fuck that is. It was the MVP of that time.
That's crazy. Joe F. Carr. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I was breaking it down. It made sense. No Pro Bowl.
Bro was breaking it down.